Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We are going to start a new chapter, so let's start. Chapter 6. Material around us. The materials used to make the crucible, a vessel used to melt substances, are clay and iron. 6.1. Observing objects around us. Gulan and Sita are thrilled to go to their new class after the summer break. They enter their classroom and start talking. What have you brought to school today? Ask Sita. Look, I have a new notebook. I also have a new notebook and a pen. After some time, Madam Vidya, their science teacher, enters the class and start interacting with the students to draw their attention to many things they use in their daily life. She asked, how are they similar to or different from each other? What are their shapes and colors? How does it feel when you touch them? Are some of them heavier than others? All things are made up of some materials like paper, wood, cloth, glass, metal, plastic, clay, and so on. Any substance that is used to create an object is referred to as material. Activity 6.1. Let us identify. Make a list of objects you see around and also write the names of the materials they are made up of in table 6.1. Table 6.1. Identify materials. I observe. Materials they are made up of. Based on everyday observation, one can conclude that objects are made up of various materials. The earliest pottery found in the Indian subcontinent dates back to 7,000 to 8,000 years. In the Ganga plains, Lohar Deva, and in Baluchistan, Mehrgarh. About 4000 BC onward, Sindhu Saraswati developed techniques of wheel, turned pottery production, pigmentation, application of protective or decorative coats, called slips of multiple colors, decorative painting, etc., These techniques became further sophisticated
Further sophisticated
during the Sindhu Saraswati,
during the Sindhu Saraswati,
also known as Harappa, civilization, 2600 to 1900 BCE,
2600 to 1900 BC,
with a bright red surface painted
surface painted
with black colored design,
with black colored designs,
displaying geometric patterns
displaying geometric patterns
and aquatic and terrestrial animals.
and aquatic and terrestrial animals.
The clay used for making pots, dishes, balls and other items was carefully selected and cleaned, sieved, kneaded, turned over a wheel, and finally baked in cleans. Baked clay is called terracotta. Pots were used for various purposes. From cooking to storage of food grains. Oil, ghee, and so on. Some very large storage. Jars. Some very large storage jars. And other pottery items are exhibited at the National Museum, New Delhi. Let us explore materials further. 6.2 How to group materials. Activity 6.2 Let us group. Group the objects shown in figure 6.1 based on any common property such as shape, color, hardness, softness, shine, dullness, or other materials they are made up of. Which property did you use to group the objects in activity 6.2? Did your friends group objects based on similar properties? What did you learn from this activity? You must have noticed that an object can be made from different materials and some materials can be used to make more than one object. The method of arranging the object into groups is called classification. Object can be classified on the basis of a common property that they have. Similarly, we can classify materials based on certain properties.
Activity 6.3 Let us think. What materials we can use to make a tumbler. Fill in the names of the materials in the spaces provided in figure 6.2. Would it be a good idea to use paper-like materials for making cooking utensils? Why cannot a tumbler made of cloth be used for storing water? The materials that are required to make a tumbler should be capable of holding water. What decides which materials should be used for making an object? We choose a material to make an object depending on its properties and the purpose for which the object is to be used. We may use different materials for making different parts of an object. For example, a pen may be made up of different materials like plastic, metal and ink. Why are different materials used for making balls? For various sports. Can a cricket ball be used to play tennis? Activity 6.4. Let us explore. Figure 6.3 illustrates a variety of balls that are of the same size but made up of different materials. Take each ball and drop it from a fixed height. Note the height to which the ball bounces and record it in table 6.2. Identify the ball that achieves the highest bounce. Discuss in class other properties of sports balls such as size, color, texture, and how high they bounce. And understand why balls are made up of specific materials. For specific sports. Observe figure 6.4 and group the objects in as many different ways as possible. You might have grouped these objects according to their shapes or by their color or materials they are made up of. We have learned that materials may be classified on the basis of their properties. For example, in the kitchen, we usually store things in such a manner where similar utensils are placed together. Similarly, a grocer usually keeps all types of fishes, all types of spices. In one corner, pulses and grains in another corner, and so on. You may also visit any chemist's shop and inquire about how medicines are arranged. 6.3
6.3.
What are the different properties of materials? Let us learn some more properties of materials. 6.3.1.
6.3.1.
Observe and identify appearance of materials. Materials often look different from each other. Freshly cut wood, which is unpolished, has a distinct appearance, quite different from that of iron. Similarly, iron looks different from copper or aluminium. However, there might be some similarities among iron, copper and aluminium that make them different from wood. Let us do a sorting challenge. Collect a small piece of paper, cardboard, wood, chalk, copper wire, aluminium foil, and any other article, made up of brass, bronze, steel, etc. Take a look at the pieces you have collected. Do any of these materials shine when light falls on them? Observe their texture, whether rough or smooth. Color and other noticeable features. Record your observations in the notebook. Group the collected pieces based on their appearance. Materials that typically have shiny surface are said to have a luster appearance. Such materials with lusters are usually metals. Examples of metals include iron, copper, zinc, aluminium, gold, etc. However, some metals may lose their luster and start to look dull or non-luster due to the effect of air and moisture on them. As a result, we often notice the luster only on their freshly cut surface. Non-luster material are those that do not have a shiny surface. Some examples of non-luster materials are wood, are paper, wood, rubber, jute, etc. All that glitters is not gold. Goes an old saying. Not all the materials that shine are metals. Surface of some materials are made shiny. By polishing or coating them with thin layers of plastic, wax, or any other materials which makes them look shiny. These materials may not be metals. 6.3.2
6.3.2.
Which materials are hard?
Which materials are hard?
When you press different objects
Objects
or materials
or materials
with your hands, some of them like stones, may be hard to compress, while others, like an eraser, can be easily compressed. Take a metal key and use it to scratch the surface of a piece of wood, aluminium, stone, iron, candle, chalk, and any other material or object. Can some materials be scratched more easily than others? Materials which can be compressed or scratched easily are soft, while other materials which are difficult to compress or scratch are hard. However, these properties are relative in nature. For example, rubber is harder than sponge but softer than iron. Activity 6.5. Let us observe. Hold the object given in table 6.3 with your hands. Feel whether the objects are hard or soft. Find out the materials they are made up of. Enter your observation in table 6.3. Compare your observation with the observations of your friends and discuss. You have learned that materials can have different properties like luster, hardness, softness, and color. Can you think of any other properties that are shown by materials? Let us explore it further. 6.3.3. Explore materials through which one can see
Explore materials through which one can see
or cannot see.
or cannot see.
Bhulan,
Mulan,
Sita and Sara
Sita and Sara
are playing hide and seek
are playing hide and seek
with their friends.
with their friends.
Bhulan hides behind a wall.
Mulan hides behind the wall.
Sita hides behind a big tree in the garden,
Sita hides behind a big tree in the garden.
while Sara hides behind the frosted glass door,
While Sara hides behind the frosted glass door,
which has a hazy surface.
which has a heavy surface.
Sita younger brother can see
Sita's younger brother can see
all of this happening
all this happening
through a glass window of his house.
through a glass window of his house.
The materials
Materials
through which things can be seen clearly
through which things can be seen clearly
are called transparent.
are called transparent.
Glass, water, air, cellophane paper,
Cellophane paper,
etc. are some examples of transparent materials.
are some examples of transparent materials.
What did Bhulan,
Mulan,
Sita and Sara
Sita and Sara
choose these places to hide?
choose this place to hide.
Do you think it would be possible for Sita's brother
It would be possible for Sita's brother
to see her and her friends
to see her and her friends
through a closed wooden window
from the wooden window
of the house?
of the house.